Hannah,
Hello.
I finally did it. Our
Yeah.
nation's nightmare is finally over. I have finished the Tek War book series.
Oh, joy. How was it?
Not great.
Yeah, you haven't said good things about it.
Uh, I'm I'm curious on the Tek War books because one thing that I've learned while reading the series and reading books in general is that it's very difficult outside of a select few books. It's very hard to find out how many copies a book sold,
Okay.
unless it's something where the publisher specifically puts out a press release. Because I want to know how many copies the Tek War series sold.
I'd imagine not that many.
Neither do I. The closest that I got to an answer was one of the websites that I found said that the series sold over 500,000 copies,
That's about, yeah, what I was thinking.
which when you consider that there's 9 books in the series is not a lot.
No, it's not.
And also, I kind of thought that they would wrap things up in the ninth book, but after finishing it, it's very clear to me that they didn't know going in that the ninth book would be the last one. There's a foreword by William Shatner where he acknowledges that the ninth book is going to be the last, but you can tell by the story in the ninth book, because it doesn't wrap anything up,
Okay.
that they did not expect it to be the last book in the series, which is annoying
I can imagine.
because there's a few things in the series that they don't that I was hoping they would wrap up and they didn't. Like uh Jake Cardigan not getting over the death of his girlfriend. They never wrap that up. There's an overarching story plot point of development of a technology that apparently has the ability to wipe out all tech on the planet.
Oh,
The
okay.
drug tech
Yeah.
never does anything with that. The tech lords are slightly delayed in their plans at the end of the book, and there's no wrap up. It just ends. Um, and I've become kind of obsessed with the series
I've
since I
noticed.
started reading it.
I have noticed.
They they introduce a couple of pieces of tech jargon in the last book, but I could tell while I was reading it that Ron Goulart really he's the ghostwriter. Ron Goulart just wanted the book to be over and done with. I think if anyone was more upset that the book series was ending, it was Shatner. But I think Goulart just wanted it to be over and done with. But it is a very ridiculous book series. It is absolute. As far as sci-fi goes, it is absolute horseshit because they introduce so many things in the series and feel the need to explain none of it. Like one of the pieces that baffles me is there's a device in TechNet that's introduced. It's called the eavesdropper. And they just very casually, the main characters just casually have access to this thing. And in an early scene, Sid puts the eavesdropper up to a wall, and the dials on the machine tell him that there's nobody in the house.
Yeah.
Later on in the book, Sid and Jake are getting chased through the woods, and Jake pulls out the eavesdropper, puts a little headphone in his ear and starts fiddling with the dials while they're being chased. And he's like, "Oh yeah, there's 4 humans, an android, and 5 attack guard dogs chasing us." And then they split up, and Jake pulls the thing out again. He's like, "Well, it looks like two of the humans, one android, and 2 of the dogs followed me, and the other ones went in the other way." He's like, "How do you know this?" There's no explanation for how any of the devices in the world work, and I think it's hilarious. It's like the laziest form of science fiction I've ever read.
Yeah, because it's just like getting straight to the point without any of the mysticism, explaining any of the magic, explaining like really anything.
It's a series that assumes that it's a series that assumes that the reader is as familiar with the world as the characters are.
Correct, yeah.
And it's just complete nonsense. It kind of, the book series kind of reminds me of the Paul W.S. Anderson Resident Evil films.
Okay, I haven't
Where
seen
they constantly wrote themselves into corners that they had to use the next films to write themselves out of. So, like, in one Resident Evil film, Mila Jovovich finds, at the end of the movie, she finds a room where they've been cloning her.
Oh,
And she releases all of the clones. And it sets up this, like, badass, they all have guns, they're all wearing, like, spandex jumpsuits. And she's like, "We're coming for you, motherfucker." And then in the opening 5 minutes of the next film, the building gets bombed and all of the clones get killed.
why would they do
And
this? Why would they set this up?
and that's all of the movies. Or like, there's in one of the films, at the end of the film, Mila Jovovich unlocks her the psychic abilities that the T virus gives her. And it has this badass moment at the end where she stares into the security camera and kills the guard with psychic power. And then right at the beginning of the next movie, she gets captured by Wesker, and he injects her with a thing that takes away her psychic powers. So they're constantly writing themselves into a corner and then using the opening of the next film to write themselves out of it. Like they had in the second, I think it's the second movie, the T virus somehow drains, the T virus turns the entire planet into a desert.
Okay.
And then in the next, because they pretty much wanted Mad Max Resident Evil.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then in the next film, inexplicably, just the forests and the oceans are back. Because they didn't want to film in the desert anymore, I guess.
It's expensive.
Yeah. I also like how openly lazy they are, because I want to say it's Vegas. Like, the whole planet is covered in desert, but they specifically put the film in I think it's the Vegas desert.
Okay.
Like, they set the film in an area of the country that's already a desert,
Yeah.
instead of just filming it in a desert and being like, yeah, this is New York.
Why would they do that? That doesn't make sense.
Because they're stupid.
Okay.
Because the whole Resident Evil film series was just a vanity project for Paul W.S. Anderson to let the world know that he has sex with Mila Jovovich.
This is true.
That's the whole thing. It was a vanity project to give his wife a job. because Mila Jovovich, at some point between the Fifth Element and modern day, she has been sapped of all emotion. I do love there's a there's an online, there's a website that I don't know if it still exists, but it used to exist, and what it was it would show frames of Mila Jovovich's face from the Resident Evil films,
Yeah.
and you had to guess what emotion she was supposed to be showing at that time.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my
Because she
gosh.
has the same exact blank expression on her face all the time. And I know
That's
that she's a
hilarious.
more talented actress than that because I've seen her in The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
But I've also seen her in Resident Evil, and I've seen her in Monster Hunter, and Monster Hunter is dog shit.
I have not seen Monster Hunter.
That's another Paul W.S. Anderson film that only exists to give his wife a job.
We got a lot of movies to watch.
We do. We also have some music to listen to.
Yay.
Oh, I pasted it twice.
Oh.
There we go.
It's mighty strange. You looking happily deranged. I can't settle you in bed. Or have you picked your target yet? Listen, babe. Does your dog bite? Listen, babe.
It is once again Sunday, and you know what that means. It is time for Online for Maintenance, theoretically the official podcast of MMOFallout.com. You are listening to episode number 30, Gender Affirming Bamboo. I'm Summer.
I'm Hannah.
And you can check out this podcast on Patreon at patreon.com/MMOFallout. That's patreon.com/MMOFallout. I really think I do get the best episode titles when I'm weighing it as close as possible to when I actually have to give them, as opposed to like trying to put thought into how I'm going to tie it into the into whatever we're talking about.
Well, we always have to, we'll tie it in somehow.
How are you this week, Hannah?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I probably should have added context last week, but I didn't. The reason the episode just abruptly stopped was because we had some stuff to do. We had some things to do, and the episode just kind of came to an end.
Yeah, I had to go get makeup, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had
But-
a busy week. Oh my gosh.
So, the set has changed.
A little bit. Felipe said he was working on more of it. And he said we had a roof. I didn't know
That
this
is-
is what he meant.
That is technically a roof.
Our desk is bigger,
Yes.
but I'm questioning what he used to make the desk bigger. I thought we were gonna just get a bigger desk, but it looks like he's made the desk bigger.
It looks like he just kind of bolted on extra wood.
I know, which is like, I don't know what we're getting out of this now.
I mean, at the very least, it looks like he listened, because the bookshelves are all under cover.
Oh, yeah, exactly. They're
Um,
like, our stuff is safe.
Right.
So like,
Granted, I'm a little scared to record underneath this building today because, one, it's being held up by scaffolding, and it looks like the ceiling's already falling apart.
I'm not sure. Like, I'm gonna talk to him and see what's going on here. He said we were getting more space. And this is clearly not done, and this is not safe. He said
mean,
that
it
he
is
said
more
that he
space.
can guarantee safety, and it's not like, this is not okay.
Yeah.
I did see that, like, this is really This is crazy. Oh, our flower. I did see that we have a hallway.
We do.
We have an actual hallway, and then our break room is not.
I mean, the break room is the only really complete part of the building.
Yeah.
Door doesn't open.
Door doesn't. It's clearly like not good. We can't go out that way yet. But yeah, our help desk has been put in. It's very, very nice. Marble, even.
Yeah.
Like that's fancy. Like working door. Hang in there, baby sign, still appropriate. Ooh, a chair. I didn't know they had a chair in here.
Oh. Oh, I didn't see that earlier.
Yeah. Wow, cool.
I feel like we need one more record to even it out.
Okay. We'll see if we can find I had talked to Felipe. He figured out what this is. It's mold.
Oh, that?
Yeah, that's mold. He's gonna take care of it.
Oh, great.
So hopefully we'll get it. It's he said it's been there for like years, and nobody. You just need to rub bleach on it. So he's gonna take care of that because that's been there for forever. We just put the fridge in front of that in the beginning.
Yeah, we had the fridge and the coffee machine in front of that thing.
Yeah, because it was so unsightly. Figured the fridge would just take care of everything, but it didn't.
Kind of worried about our food being right near that.
Well, now it's away from it. I'm gonna go sleep. One thing about playing on a survival server, we always have to sleep.
Mm-hmm. We play video games for for living in a fantasy world where we can do things we can't do in regular life, like having a full night's sleep.
Yeah, exactly. I love the lawn. Oh my god, this is great.
The lawn does look great, and it is staying mowed.
Yeah, this is very nice.
I
I
do
really
like the bluegrass.
Yeah. Okay, so we can go show people more of the item sorters. I think this week, the upcoming week, I'm gonna work on some farms
Yeah.
and some other stuff rather than just building the item sorter, because the item sorter is I'm pushing myself a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot there's a lot going on now. And it's connected now. So there's only 2 item sorters rather than 3 that there were before.
Okay.
So I smoothed out this corner.
Yes.
This corner looked really bad.
Looks very fancy now.
Yeah, I like it because it looks like it blends into the terrain. But now that I've got this, I really want to do the facade on the top to make it look like it's a city block.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be really fun because we're gonna have this giant mansion house in the middle of what looks like a city block, kind of thing. I think it'll look nice. But everything's going along very well, and now we have some new items that we can use. I think it's gonna really help me in building because vertical slabs have finally been introduced to Minecraft, and I could not be happier. Especially now that they don't crash the server.
Yes.
Because that was bad. Alright, so not a whole lot has changed in this area. This is still looking I like this. I want to add in more of the stuff. I gotta anyway. I want to keep adding and building and doing, and I want to, but I really need to work on some farms because getting some wool to do some better kinds of building would be really beneficial because I'm running out of wood. I need to make a tree farm. I need to make a better wool farm. We've got 6 different wools, but there's so the first thing we got is this big hole here. This is where I'm going to put I've decided Steve portrait or Steve mosaic. So we're going to do Steve's face here. But then if you come back here, we have the spruce part of it done. And I was going for more of a blocky square sort of build. It's
Yeah.
really not complicated. None of these builds are very, very complicated, but this one in particular is just not very complicated. Just like the birch one, we've got a pathway on the outside. And then we come around here, and so one of the new items is this. The spruce shelf. Or the shelf in general. So the shelf can store items. And what you do is you just right click on an item and it can store an item there. Which
Oh.
I'm not exactly sure the point of this. You right click on it to get it back. I'm not exactly sure the point of this other than to just kind of have stuff at the ready and kind
Yeah.
of make things look busy.
Making it almost like making it look. I mean, I like the idea. It's like a tool shelf.
Yeah, kind of.
Having it just there.
Oh yeah, that is actually a good idea for it as like a tool shelf. I didn't really consider that. So if you're
So
like,
you can come in and you can you can only store 3 things, but also it's a very very cheap resource because like they're kind of easy. You need like 6 stripped wood to make it, but it makes 6 shelves. So it's like you hang them up on the wall and you put your tools there, and then you don't even have to check your chest to see what's in it. You just know there it is.
yeah, fair.
Like I can come up here and I can be like, oh, I have my steak. Let me just grab the steak.
Yeah, that is fair. Because actually, I was thinking, like, because I've got beds all over. I could pick the bed up, put the bed on the shelf, and then like the bed's
Yeah.
just for sleeping, and they're not usually for respawn points. But yeah, like I said, the spruce one is really just simple. I'm thinking these shelves actually look good here, so we'll put them along each of these the stripped ones.
hmm Plus,
I
I
think
mean, it does work with the aesthetic.
yeah,
Because instead of just having chests everywhere, you have these, relatively neat things on the wall. They not only are not only are the shelves decorative, but the stuff that you put on the shelf is in itself its own decoration.
I'm just noticing something now too. The color of the shelf is the stripped log.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that till just now. That's not bad. I like that.
I think they look good.
I think they look good too. I need to do some experiments with them. Like, can you push and pull them with a piston? Can it be a
When you
charge?
first told me about it, I kind of thought that it was sort of stupid.
Mhm.
Because it was I was thinking of it in the sense of just a chest that you open and it only had 3 slots.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, seeing it like this, I can almost think of like, if you have a project you're working on, you can just or just having have 2 of them on top of each other, and just have like gear sets for certain occasions, and then when you need it, just right click and grab it.
One thing I did see is like you can make benches,
Yeah.
you know, and that looks really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's finally nice to just have a vertical slab. That's just people have
Yeah.
been requesting vertical slabs for forever. And it's not only function like because the back of it looks good too,
Mm-hmm.
but like it'll finally provide that like that space that people have been wanting for forever.
Yeah. And then people figure out more decorative style uses for it.
Yeah, I've already been seeing on the Detailcraft subreddit as well as the Minecraft subreddit, just different things that people have been doing with it, and
Yeah.
it's already like it's already very good.
I do love I love the workarounds that people come up with for Minecraft.
Mhm.
Like when I was building the AFK hut at the when I was building the AFK hut and was putting down carpet, and you can't put things directly onto carpeted blocks. So I was looking up suggestions on Reddit, and one of the suggestions was just use a wool block. It looks basically the same. It's a little like difference in elevation, but you really don't notice it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that like you kind of learn to look with like Minecraft's a very impressionist game in my opinion. You want to give the impression that this is this thing rather than it is
Yeah.
just that thing. Because we're effectively working with just the same size squares over and over and over again. It's just either how they're textured, how they're shaded, what other block you can apply on top of it in order to change the look of the block.
Mm-hmm.
A great example of that is the lichen. If you take the lichen and you put that on top of different blocks, it really changes how the block looks, especially mossy cobblestone and mossy stone.
Yeah.
Lichen on top of that completely changes the way that those blocks look. And so these are just little, like you said, little different workarounds, things that people do in order to try to do different kinds of building, different kinds of aesthetics. I've decided what I want to put down here, and we're gonna do mangrove on the bottom and then jungle on top.
Mm-hmm.
And then the building is actually gonna wrap around this way.
Okay.
And we're gonna do cherry on the bottom and pale oak on top. And then that will be all of the basic wood, I think. And then I've got one more that I need to do, but it's not technically a wood, it's just leaves and some trees, the azalea stuff.
Okay.
I'm not really sure where I want to put that. I may put that at the very end. I may put that above the gravel at the very end of the crimson wood. But things are coming along nice. I've got a good decent plan. I've got an idea of what things need to, what needs to happen. I'm just getting a little burned out, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm
You
burnt.
you have been doing a lot of building over the last like month and a half.
Well, I love it. I love item sorting. I love just sorting stuff. I like organization. And this to me is the ultimate organization. I throw everything in a chest and a machine takes care of it for me.
Yeah.
And I've already been doing that because like I've had to go out and like farm a bunch of tough, and that's gotten me a bunch of like deep slate and a bunch of other stuff. And I just chuck it all in the chest and then go grab it out of the item sorter later. To me, that's a way better way of handling the endless amounts of items that you end up with in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
Because our chests over in our house are they're still kind of cluttered. It's a lot better now because of this.
Yeah.
But it's still like, there's a lot of stuff. Once I start sorting all of the colored items, like the concrete, the wool, the dyes, the glass, then it becomes like, okay, we won't need that much storage in this area.
Right.
So, we should show everybody our little new friend in our house, because he's part of the new update.
I forgot how much jumping drains your hunger. I'm already at like 1/3 of my hunger left.
Yeah. It makes you run faster, though.
Mm-hmm.
My throat is dry today. So this is a copper golem. We have one. He's almost rusted.
We do.
It's my understanding that once they get like entirely rusted, they'll freeze in place and they won't be able to move anymore.
Yes. Although from the from what the trailer made it look like, it seems like you can give them copper and they heal, or you can hit them with something.
I don't know if we have any.
Nope,
Felipe
that doesn't
used up
work.
all the copper.
No, we got a ton of copper
Oh, we do? Where?
in the furnaces.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Let's see. Does that work? No, it's not working.
I'm not sure. I saw the because I saw the trailer and the copper golem completely oxidized over, and then the guy came up and started just like tapped it with something and
Huh.
oh, let's see. If a fully oxidized copper golem is waxed using honeycomb, it prevents the golem from freezing into a statue.
Oh, okay. We don't have we need to get a honeycomb farm then set up.
We should have honeycomb somewhere.
We might.
Because I was gathering honey for a little bit. It might be in the food.
I haven't
Yeah,
eaten
I've got
it.
9 honeycomb.
Okay. Yeah, honeycomb waxes copper so it stops
There we go.
oxidizing. So now he won't freeze.
I honeyed him.
Okay, cool. Yay.
So yeah, now he shouldn't freeze.
Okay, cool. I really didn't want him to freeze. I kind of like him.
Yeah.
So copper golems are item sorters of type. I know that you can put items into their chest and they'll take it out of that chest and they'll move it to a chest that already has that item in it. Is my understanding of the way that they work.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not a big fan of how they sort items. I don't really particularly like it because I've figured out like the redstone stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's like we said, it's for show.
Yeah.
It's entirely performative rather than for efficiency. Because I noticed also, like, if you put a stack, and I'm sure this is just for a memory thing, if you put in a stack of an item, like I put copper bars in there.
Yeah.
Or copper ingots. So like if I throw copper ingots back in, if I throw 2 stacks of copper ingots, he's gonna find the chest that has copper ingots and put them in. But the next time he grabs copper ingots out, he's still going to go through every chest in the area before he finds one with copper ingots in it. Yeah, so he's not memorizing what chest has copper. So he's going to go back, he's going to grab another thing of copper, and then he's going to go back and check each chest one by one.
Yeah, and he's going to do it based on proximity, so if it's the chest that's a little bit farther away, he's still going to check 2 chests before he checks the third one, which is the right chest.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's cute. It's not efficient.
Yeah, it's not very efficient.
I mean, like if you're doing something, I mean, I guess if you have a bunch of them. If you have a bunch of them, and again, it's just for... I feel like this is for streamers and content creators.
There's got to be some kind of farm that you can make with them, too.
Yeah, I'm sure... I'm sure someone will figure out a way. I'm waiting for the first person to figure out how to kill the Ender Dragon using nothing but copper golems, because knowing this community, someone will figure it out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I've seen some pretty crazy. I've seen people use piglins in a gold farm
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
where they have the blocks set up and the piglin glassed in, and like the dispenser spits out a golden nugget onto the magma block that superheats it into a gold ingot, and then the piglin grabs it and throws it in the chest. You know someone's going to create something really ridiculous with the copper golems,
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to see it too.
because the people who play Minecraft are insane.
Well, I mean, look at what I'm building.
I know.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm going to keep going on it until I get every single item sorted. It's going to be massive. It's going to be huge. I don't care. It's going to look pretty too.
Mm-hmm.
So other things that have been introduced with the new update have been copper tools and copper armor. And from my understanding, they lie somewhere between. They're not as good as iron.
Yeah.
But they don't deplete themselves as quickly as gold.
Right.
So it's a
They
really
would have
good,
been fantastic when we were starting out.
yeah, it's very good early game because copper's everywhere in the beginning. Like, you can't throw a stone without hitting copper.
Yeah.
And it's really kind of been, up until now, been very useless. It's been like, well, it's a building block. You can make a house out of it if you really want to. And that's, I think, been the best use of it, because it's a metal block. It's got more durability for it. There are actually hardnesses for each of the blocks, depending on, like, for creepers and stuff.
Mhm.
So for defending your base, it's actually not bad. But that was it. It was just basically line your house with it, and then you're good. Now you can actually, like, use it as tools. You can make swords out of it. You can make pickaxes out of it. So when you're really trying to find iron, so that way you can get, because you can't use copper to mine diamonds. You have to use iron tools to mine.
Yeah.
So while you're trying to find diamonds, it's good to go through your copper tools rather than your iron tools or your stone tools, because stone tools are really slow. Use the copper ones to at least speed up the early and mid.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great because, like, it also, when you're in that part of the game where iron is a little bit harder to find,
Yeah.
then you don't have to use up as much of your iron stocks doing normal things like gathering wood and coal and stuff.
Yeah, and only your more advanced players are going to be like, okay, we just started the server. Let's get our iron farm up and going.
Yeah.
We realistically got one up very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Which really helps, like, with the with having progressed everything in the server now, because, as I've been saying too, we are no longer trying to survive in any sort of way. We have all of the stuff that we need. We've got an XP farm. We've got villager trading stuff.
Yeah.
We've got iron farms. We have infinite iron. We have infinite tools. We have infinite arrows. This is really, really nice. So next thing is, I've been saying we need to kill the Ender Dragon, get to the end so we can start getting shulker boxes.
We do need to kill the Ender Dragon, but someone's been spending the last month working on their item sorter instead.
This is true. Well, I guess we got to get into the end and start getting some blaze powder, because we need blaze powder. We have enough Ender Pearl.
Yeah.
We need blaze powder to make Eyes of Ender. Use the Eyes of Ender to find the end portal, unless you found the end portal.
I'm not hiding anything like that, no.
Okay. I don't remember. No, I just don't remember if you found it. I'm
No.
no memories.
We have not been doing Eye of Ender, so I
Okay.
have not. I have not accidentally stumbled upon it while traveling out in the wilderness. despite
Yeah.
the other things that I have found. We should check out that mansion.
We should check out that mansion. Oh, geez, I forgot that you found that. It's
Because
really
I remember
close,
you
too.
told me there's a very specific way that you have to go through the building, otherwise it explodes.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that can, like, there's a lot of different things that can explode. Or at least I believe that there's a room that, like, if you don't do it right, TNT can go off.
Mhm.
And it wrecks a bunch of stuff. If not, I know that there's, like, one of the most dangerous enemies in there called the Vex, because the Vex can go through walls.
Right.
So going in against that by yourself, unless you're like you know what you're doing, I didn't want you just dying. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we gotta go do some exploring. Like I gotta play the damn game.
So yeah, Minecraft.
So yeah, Minecraft. It's nice. I'm still having a ton of fun. But yeah,
We
no
need
CFP for the week.
to we need to get more Ender stuff, or we need to get more Nether stuff because we need to. We are. I mean, one of the things we got I found the potion brewer. We just need to make potions.
Oh yeah, well the potion brewer. So now that we got the potion brewer, we just need the nether wart, which you already have. We can make like I've been making potions.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, yeah, I made some fire resist potions.
Doesn't that require a steady amount of uh blaze powder?
Oh, it does. Yeah, it does. Oh, I forgot that it does. I know I got one. I got a couple of blaze. We need to find a blaze spawner. I don't think that the stronghold that we found has a blaze spawner. They've just been spawning naturally, and we've been killing them. You can set up a blaze farm. There is a way to do that. There's one on like the main server, but I didn't set it up, and it's very, very complicated.
Yeah.
It involves pistons pushing the blazes to a specific spot, so that way you can just kill them. And it's really there's a lot easier farm. That farm was literally set up 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It still works too, which is even crazy.
It's probably been iterated on since then.
Yeah.
I mean, community-wise.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So that's what I've been doing this week.
Fun
I gotta
time.
find more time for games.
Hmm?
Like I said, I gotta find more time for games.
Yeah.
We need an 8th day in the week.
We do.
I think that's what it is.
I think it was on Doug. It might have been on Doug where maybe Fairly Odd Parents where they invented a new day.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay.
So what have you been playing this week?
I've been playing some games this week, and I can continue talking about the games that I was going to talk about last week, because they're pretty much the same games. I rolled credits on Borderlands 4.
Oh, okay.
The main campaign, and then I played it some more, and I decided to send my rental back to GameFly. I liked the story in Borderlands 4 more than I did Borderlands 3.
Uh-huh.
If you've played Borderlands before and your biggest complaint about the game was that there's too many memes in the story, they completely shredded those from Borderlands 4. It's a lot more serious, it's a lot more grounded. The premise of the story is you have your vault hunters are on the planet Kairos. And the planet Kairos is controlled by a guy named the Timekeeper. And the Timekeeper has his 3 generals, which leads up to the overall story being enter a new area. The area is controlled by one of the generals. You do missions, kill the general, move on to the next area, and you do that, 3 times, and then you go to the Timekeeper's tower and you kill him at the end. I'm glad I kept playing to beat Imperator Saul, which was the one that was hanging me up a couple weeks ago, because he has his arbitrary invincibility where he's just like, I'm just gonna pour this stuff on myself and make me invincible to all damage, but I can still run around normal speed and attack you during all that time. But the game never uses that mechanic again in combat.
That's crazy.
And it's the first major boss of the game. My biggest complaint about Borderlands 4 is the gear drops suck. And what they intended to do with it was they really swung the pendulum in the opposite direction, because Borderlands 3 got shit on because of how many the sheer amount of legendaries that the game threw at you. I beat the final boss of the game. He did not drop a single legendary item. The best thing that he dropped was a purple rank class mod that didn't even work for my class.
Oh wow.
They go by the kind of MMO style of when you beat a boss for the quests, what happens is there's a Mad Moxie sign that pops up, and you can spend Iridium to fight the boss again. And some of the bosses have specific legendary items that are their drops that you can get from them. So like if you're looking for when I was playing Harlow is heavily radiation themed for damage. And there's a pretty good assault rifle that does radiation damage, but you can only get it from fighting a specific boss. So like you get that far in the story, fight the boss, kill them, and then you have the option, it'll teleport you right to the opening of the boss match. And then you can just pay a small amount, fight them again. If you don't get so like you don't have to leave the area and come back like you did in prior Borderlands games. You just pay the amount and then refight them. But I will go back eventually, because Borderlands, one thing you can always expect with Borderlands is that once the game is out, once the DLC is out, in a year or so, there'll be a $30 package that has everything.
Yeah.
The Borderlands games always get, once the content is done coming out, they always get cheap as hell.
Oh yeah.
So I sent my rental back. I noticed that Gearbox has indefinitely delayed the Switch 2 version.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep, indefinitely.
That's odd. The Switch 2 is powerful, so I'm not
It
sure
was
why
supposed
it
to
would...
come out in a few days.
Really?
Yeah. And they indefinitely delayed it like a month before it was supposed to come out. Very quietly too.
That's odd.
But yeah,
wonder what
I
the reason
played
for
that. Huh?
I said I wonder what the reason for that is.
Given how much performance trouble they had with the PC and console version, probably to get that stuff worked out.
That's very fair.
Because the The PC version has a ton of performance problems that the patches only seem to be making worse. And the console versions have what seems to be a memory leak, where the longer you play, the worse the performance gets.
Really? Oh, geez.
And their recommendation was just shut the game down every couple hours and reboot it, and then it'll fix itself.
That's a memory leak. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that the Switch 2 they were hoping to have a day one patch for that, but because of the console and PC version needing their own fixes, that caused that to get pushed back. Yeah, it's not fantastic.
Doesn't sound great.
Nope. I mean, I played it on PS5, and for what it's worth, I didn't see any performance problems. But I was playing that. I have been playing a little bit of RuneScape Dragonwilds here and there
Okay.
because I've been gathering resources. A lot of it was actually just going in through my stocks, because at the end of the month they introduced the cooking overhaul, where they consolidated a lot of the cooked foods into like 15 dishes, each of which does its own thing, instead of having a bunch of redundant dishes that all do very similar things. But one of the things that they did was they made it so the higher tier cooked dishes require your lower tier ingredients to be cooked.
Okay.
Whereas under the old system, you would use raw ingredients. So I had to go in. I had thousands of raw ingredients, and I had a few ranges set up next to each other that I was just like, I was just walking away from my computer. I would just throw in stacks of 99 of raw resources, start it cooking, and then just leave.
Yay, gaming.
Yeah. I got the and plus I wanted to grab some of the weapons and gear that I hadn't gotten yet, because I want, when the next update comes out, which I think is in December, they're adding in steel armor. They're adding in steel armor and farming. And one of the parts of the cooking updates was to get people ready for farming, where now when you cook stuff, it has the possibility of burning it. So what they did before, and what I like about it, and then one of the benefits of cooking is that the higher cooking level you are, the less likely you are to burn food. But what they did as part of the update was you used to need 2 of a raw ingredient to make the cooked version. And by overhauling the cooking system, they made it just 1-to-1.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So you have the possibility of wasting resources, but also you need a lot fewer resources. And then they told people, keep the burnt food, because the burnt food can be used as compost for when farming comes out. So I have a lot of cooked food, I have a lot of compost, and I'm pretty much ready for the next update to come out. But yeah, that's RuneScape Dragonwilds. I have been playing more. I've been playing Silent Hill F more.
Okay, how's that going?
I am enjoying it. I do have to rig up my Elgato so I can stream that to you.
I would love to watch.
I am enjoying it. It's very, very Japanese. You find I like little things that the game does with the systems for balancing. Where so you have as you're playing the game, you find there's a lot of different little snacks you find in the world.
Uh-huh.
And you find bandages and pain pills. And that's kind of your primary healing. But you can also find you can find bigger food items that heal more.
Okay.
But what you can also do is you find shrines all over the map. And the higher tier healing items, you can offer those to the shrines to get favor points. And then you can spend those favor points to boost your maximum health, maximum sanity. So you can use them as short-term healing items, or you can offer them for permanent stat bonuses.
I like that.
So there is a trade-off, and you do find items that are specifically for donating to the shrines that give you a boost, but there's far fewer of them. So it's sort of a matter of, do you keep an item for healing, or do you trade it off to get to your upgrades faster?
Yeah, I kind of like that though. I like giving player choice in that regard.
Mm-hmm. It is fun. It's a little janky. I'm playing it on story mode. I'm fine with the jank in Silent Hill games, and I've always attributed that to the fact that the people you're playing as they're not fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, James in Silent Hill 2 was not a fighter. He was just a dude going into the town looking for his wife. The girl that you're playing as in Silent Hill F, she's like a 14-year-old schoolgirl. She's a 14-year-old schoolgirl, and she's getting attacked by monsters, and she finds a steel pipe and is like, I guess I'll try to fight back. But I'm okay with the jank in combat for stuff like that, because you are inherently fighting as someone who is not a combatant. Like, you're fighting as someone who's... I like the idea that you're outmatched because you're as good of a gamer as you are. You're in the body of someone who does not get into fights like this.
Yeah.
Especially in a horror set.
And it adds to the suspense of it, because you're fighting against the controls as well as the enemy.
Yeah. And I do I understand people not wanting to play this game, because it's set in the 1960s in Japan.
Yeah.
And it's a Silent Hill game. There's a lot of themes around domestic violence. Misogyny, stuff like that. It's a look into the mind of a teenage girl in 1960s Japan. But it is funny seeing the people calling it woke.
What? Oh no, I don't know if we talk about that.
Because misogyny, because the game's moral story is misogyny and domestic violence bad.
They are. Oh my god,
Yeah.
We have to debate that now? Oh god. What is this timeline?
There's a zombie somewhere.
I think it's below us. This is I inadvertently...
Purple.
There's a monsters farm below us now.
Oh. So yeah, been playing that. I have been playing Fortnite as usual.
Uh-huh.
Fortnite is kind of funny because the game so the season that's been playing through has been all about a bug invasion. And they updated the game last week and players won.
Oh, really?
Like they removed the bug, like they removed all of the bugs. They removed all of the bugs. They removed the bug queens. They removed the invasion points. They replaced a bunch of the invasion points with spots that are being rebuilt, which I also like with Fortnite because it's kind of like our Minecraft world where they don't just immediately replace stuff. So like instead of just putting in new buildings, they have cranes all over the place that are constructing the new points of interest.
Oh, I love that. It feels alive. That's why I like
But it was just gone. Like the bugs are gone. The Megazord is still. I think the Megazord event is done. So like they have a sword where the Megazord used to be, and it's just like, oh yeah, we won. The invasion's over. The storyline just shot forward. They removed the soldier ranks. They made it so you don't. What they did before was you used to have to hit rank A and then you would go to a bunker, scan yourself, and the bunker would open for you. And the bunkers are still in the game. It's just now it waits until a certain time in the game and then it just opens for everyone.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they had all of the stuff that like it's just done. And then they have Fort Nightmares, which is the Halloween event.
I love the name.
Yeah. The full event in Battle Royale is supposed to kick off, I think on the 8th.
Okay.
But they have a dedicated horde mode that comes back every year that's pretty much Fortnite Save the World. Except this year, the theme, they're doing a collaboration with K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, okay, cool. We should play
Which
that.
was the Netflix series. And there is there's a shield bubble in the game now that's based off K-pop Demon Hunters, where you throw it on the ground, it bubbles around you, and it actually replenishes your shield, but it blasts music the whole time that it's doing it.
Lovely.
And then they added in a sword. And then Fortnite OG is kind of doing its own thing.
I look forward to
yeah.
that.
They updated. They put in the new season of Fortnite OG is out, so that they moved it on to, I think it's chapter 5 or chapter 1 season 5 now. And people are endlessly speculating because it seems like they're integrating Fortnite OG into Fortnite in the sense that OG is an alternate timeline and the two of them are connected story-wise. So things that are happening in Fortnite are affecting things in OG, and people think that it's going to bring back some of the characters that haven't been in the series for a long time. Because Fortnite has a very long and convoluted plot.
I have no idea if it does.
Yeah. I love the little things that they do to connect everything together. Like the Ariana Grande concert happened during the season that the Ariana Grande concert happened in was an alien invasion.
Yeah.
And people figured out by like really digging into the Ariana Grande concert that the concert itself was a part of the plot, where the aliens in the chapter kidnapped the loopers on the island and were using the Ariana Grande concert to distract them while scanning their minds to figure out secrets to the island.
I kind of love that too. That's great.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Ariana Grande is an alien psyop, is what we're learning from this.
I think I already knew that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's that one music video where she's like an alien, like cyborg thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that would work for Doja Cat too, because she has a music video where she's an alien.
That's also true, yeah.
Huh. Interesting. And then I am looking forward to what's next, because the Bruno Mars the Fortnite festival season for Bruno Mars is ending in, I think, on Friday. And I don't know if they figured out who is next. Because we talked about it a while ago. Incidentally, they really threw people off, because if you remember from the one podcast like months ago, Epic put in a bunch of red herrings that the Fortnite festival season was going to be Daft Punk.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
then people were really disappointed when people were really caught off guard when it was Bruno Mars. And then a few months later, they're like, psych, we are doing Daft Punk.
The Daft Punk concert was a ton of fun. I still gotta say,
Yeah.
that was amazing.
Yeah, the Daft Punk concert was really good. I hope that they do another concert. The Travis Scott concert was fun. The Ariana Grande one was fun. The nobody died in the Fortnite Travis Scott concert. Although Fortnite has heavily distanced themselves from him.
As they should.
They had during the OG, so they did something that they very rarely do, where they actually gave people the option of deleting the Travis Scott. I don't think they offered refunds, but they gave people the option of deleting the Travis Scott skins from their account. And also during Fortnite, during Chapter 2 Remix season, that one ended with a concert. It ended with a concert. It had Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Ice Spice, and I'm missing. Juice WRLD.
Oh, okay.
And
That'd be one
there's
hell
a
of
song.
concert. Shit. Oh my god.
There's a song that Ice Spice plays during the concert that has Travis Scott in it.
Uh-huh.
And they kept the lyrics in, but instead of having Travis Scott, they had a formless, kind of like ghost character playing in his place. So they didn't bother bringing Travis Scott back for his parts, even though the assets are in the game already.
Yeah.
And I'm sure part of that was also they didn't want to pay royalties for it.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they don't use him, they don't have to pay the royalties. But I mean, I don't blame them for not wanting to use him, because
I mean, you just
I don't wanna
pay
get into
performance
trouble.
royalties rather than likeness. But yeah, I hope that they do. I hope that they do another concert.
Yeah.
They've had some experience concerts, which is what the Daft Punk one was. They had one for Kid Laroi and they had one for Carol G, which were fun. So I hope that they do more little things like that. Those, I think, were actually the creation of a third party rather than Epic themselves. It's just they were big enough that Epic like really promoted it.
Okay.
And obviously Carol G had her own Fortnite festival season, so like she got skins, Kid Leroy got skins, emotes and stuff. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I've been doing this week.
Sounds like fun.
Yep. I have some video games that I'm going to be playing over the next week. I want to finish Silent Hill. I started playing a little bit more Resident Evil 2. I started playing Ghostwire Tokyo,
Mm-hmm.
which is a fun game. It was very Japanese. And I got more Fortnite to play. And I got more other video games to play.
Mhm.
It's too many video games. We need to have them stop releasing video games for like the next decade.
Yeah, so we can get caught up and play them all.
I bought another Itch.io bundle. It had like 222 games in it.
You keep buying me.
I can't not. It was $8.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, I honestly don't blame you for like $8 and 200 games. Holy shit.
Yeah. So
Plus,
yeah.
it usually goes to charity. It's a good cause.
So yeah, I guess we can wrap it up for today.
Yeah, I had fun.
Yeah. I think we ended up at like an hour and 15 minutes.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So yeah, check us out, MMOfollow.com MMOfollow.com, patreon.com/MMOFallout, on this YouTube channel, and where can we find you?
On the Sentinels of the Store Discord and youtube.com/newscartridge.
Coolio. And
Yay.
you know what that means. It's time to hit the music.
Love you, everybody. Goodbye. Mwah.